Hello? Hello, is this on? Is this on? Oh, hello?
Hello?
Hey! What's up? It's the NBA Playoff DFS preview show that we are definitely going to have a better name for coming soon. I think, maybe. But hello. My name's Jon Jansen, joined by Ghost as well. At DFS_Ghost is where you can follow him. WinDailySports.com is where you can check out all of his fine work and all the fine work here. This is always presented by WinDailySports.com. First of all, I just got to say, Ghost, I secured the bag. I got it. I did it. I got a damn PS5. I did it.
I thought you were going to tell me that you bet on Miami to win the series.
What?
I was waiting for it. That's sick. I don't know how you got one. I can't.
I don't know either.
I can. Why would you do that? Because they're going to win.
Oh, come on. Are we still on this? We can't start the show like this. I'm sorry. We can't do it. No, we can't do it. I'm sorry. We can't do that.
Does Philly lose tonight? Does Philly lose tonight?
What? What is wrong with you? Are you trying to make me upset? This is a great day. I have a PS5 coming my way. I literally ordered. I got a PS5. I purchased one, and it's going to be delivered to my house. Okay, I'm excited. But you're trying to knock me down with this.
When is it?
Wizards beating the Sixers garbage?
You're stuck with me on your show tonight too. So
you better. If you're like this tonight, I might hang up on you. Or I can't actually. I need every about 40 minutes I'm about to do with you. But yeah, come on, the Sixers are winning tonight, right?
Probably by like 20.
That's are we other than the Clippers, because that series, just the Clippers.
Clippers are booty cheeks. I said it yesterday. That offense sucks.
Dude, the past 2 days for all of game twos, the favorites have been doing really well. Like, is this just how series go? Like the round one or the game one games are extremely close, some upsets. And then all of a sudden, just blowouts for game two.
It's first
essentially, except for the Lakers, but that was only a 2-point favorite they were, and that was on the road that they won that game.
It's first round NBA though. It's like that all the time. Like Miami covered in their first game.
Yes, they did. Yeah,
they covered the first game.
Not even close to second.
Atlanta was a dog in the first game, but then it flipped.
I got lucky.
It flipped.
I was going to take, by the way, the Heat at plus 20 at the half in that game with the Bucks, and I'm really glad I did.
Let's not talk about that.
Did you? You did, didn't you?
Let's not talk about that one. You just said we're not going to talk about this. You just said we're not going to talk about this.
We're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about that.
So Clippers are done. Are the Clippers done, or should we now? Because now the series line is obviously going to be plus money, and you're going to get them at some value. A good return, let's just say you'll get on that.
Okay, so I won't say what made you mad before we got on air about Kawhi.
No.
Coming north of the border.
No.
But what I will say about Kawhi, is that along the same path as that, the last time he was down 0-2 in a series, Philadelphia, round 2, Toronto Raptors. Kawhi Leonard.
You had to bring that up? You had to?
You said we weren't talking about Miami. You threw that in my face. I had to fire back.
That 2 years ago, stupid ass playoff game.
Look, that was the last time Kawhi was down 0-2. So I'll never count Kawhi out of a series. Like people are. If this was LeBron, what would you say? Lakers are going back. Like now, I get it. It's flipped. They're going to Dallas now. But
I don't know.
Let's say the Lakers are down 2-0. What would you say?
Like,
would you ever count LeBron out?
Prime LeBron years?
No, not prime. I'm not talking like Ilgauskas and these kind of guys. Like I'm talking like right now.
No. Like
this year.
Good. Oh, this year?
Yeah, like this year, right now. Would you count?
I would have felt really bad about it. Yeah, because just LeBron and that team haven't looked in great form, and still honestly didn't
say the exact same.
Still
the
honestly
exact same thing about the Clippers.
Yeah. The Sixers have had the Clippers. I mean, have had.
Yeah, you could say the same thing about them. Like it's like they haven't looked great, but Kawhi won a series on his own.
I guess he could. I don't know. It's going to take a lot of work. I would definitely look at that series.
They got to in
terms of betting the series line. You would look at betting that series line, wouldn't you, for the Clippers? Because I bet if I look now, it's at plus.
Can someone drop that in the comments, please?
Yeah, if somebody can, I'll look it up
for
too.
the Clippers to win the series. No, we can't go too explicit today. It's a family show. Ty Lue needs to.
Were you just thinking about how bad what the bad things you were about to say about Ty Lue?
Like I was about to rip this guy a new, you know what?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. Fantastic. By the way, Clippers are now plus 200 on the series line.
Ooh.
That's actually
you know what the scariest part about that is? If they win Game 3, it's probably not even plus money anymore.
Flips. Absolutely. No, I completely agree. Absolutely.
It's probably going to be minus 130.
Yep.
It's interesting. Like you're essentially taking them. Again, this is what we talked about in the futures show, right? Like when we did the season preview show, you could almost hedge futures that way too. Like you can't just you can't just look at it as, okay, well, I'm going to see it through all the way to the end. Like you could cash those out too. You can hedge it out the way that you want. But for me, it's like you're essentially taking them to win Game 3 at plus 200 because that line instantly flips if they win Game 3.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, pretty much.
And then if they win Game 4, it's probably minus 200.
I think they win Game 3.
If Ty Lue gets his head out of you know what,
to
keep it a family show.
You can say ass.
Bro, this guy's got to get his head out of his ass. I'm sorry. I'm watching this game. You got Patrick Beverley, Reggie Jackson, and Terrence Mann. First of all, who? Bro, it's playoff basketball. Why is Terrence Mann on the court? I love Terrence Mann. He's got a good game. Bro, what are you doing on the court? Hey, your season's on the line. What are you doing?
Hey.
You're going down 2-0 to the...
Hello?
Hey.
Ty Lue,
what are you doing on the court? Bro Beans, you're running a 5-man closing lineup of Terrence Mann, Reggie Jackson, and Pat Beverley, Paul George, and Kawhi. Bro, this ain't 2K. What are you doing? How are you playing defense?
Would you even want that lineup in 2K?
If you go in my team, like you have some pretty athletic guys that can play the 5. Like there's like a thing where like Magic Johnson sometimes is like center eligible. It's pretty crazy.
Okay.
But this ain't 2K. Like, bro, this guy's Patrick Beverley, Reggie, like, oh my! I was watching the game like this. I was like, bro, what is going on right now? They're switching all over the place.
I'm gonna clip that picture, by the way.
They're switching all over the place. Yeah,
that's my new profile picture.
And then you're gonna clip that when the Heat win but don't cover Game 3. That's what it's gonna be. Bro, what is he thinking?
I have no idea.
Like, I don't get it. Something must be like Serge Ibaka must be like I don't know if his legs are broken or something. But
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Probably not.
What's up with that? What is going on here? Why is he not on the court? What is going on?
It's good.
Something's got to give. I don't know what's going on. Kawhi's gonna walk in the offseason. They have no first round picks till like
he's going
the next like 20 years.
He's going to the Sixers.
He's not going to the Sixers.
Why
Stop
not?
with that. Why would he go to
a
Philly?
team that wins?
He wants to win. Exactly.
Yeah.
So why would he go to Philly?
Because they're winning? I don't know. Number one team in the East? I don't know. They have one of the best young players in all of basketball and Joel Embiid. Actually, one of the best players in basketball. Let's just say it out loud. Okay, sure.
He's a top 10 player in the league. We already been over this.
Let's go through the betting side now, just because we already mentioned it.
I only did props again today. But even the spreads that we gave yesterday, they hit. We said lay the points with Brooklyn.
Yes, laid the points with Brooklyn. We laid the points I did with the Lakers. I also laid the points with the Clippers, which that didn't work, but still 2-1 night. Yeah. And the favorites now 4-1 throughout the game 2
against the spread too, not just in records.
Against the spread. Right? Yeah, against the spread, absolutely.
Crazy.
Does that happen again? Like, do the Sixers settle in and blow out the Wizards? Now the Knicks Hawks one, that's a tough one because they're evenly matched teams. I think they get a win in the Garden. I do think they get one win in the Garden. And then tonight, I expect, I don't care what that line is. If it's not 19.5, I'm taking the Jazz. They're going to pummel. Absolutely.
Donovan Mitchell drops 40 tonight, by the way.
Dude, the Grizzlies have already gone through a couple of playoff games already. Like, eventually, I think they run out of steam here. And another home game for the Jazz full strength, That's
I
a
agree.
tough matchup.
And you have everybody back in the role that they're supposed to be in. Joe Ingles and Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench. I like, yeah, okay. Okay, I'll get behind. Man, 9 is a lot to lay though.
It
but
is. It's a lot. It is. It's definitely a lot.
I'll lay the 9.
I mean, that's
with,
what the price was for the Nets against the Celtics, and we all knew that was going to be a damn blowout.
Yeah, but that's because the Celtics are playing Pritchard and Aaron.
It was a little bit different. So that's why I mean the 9 is a little bit scary because the Nets, we knew why they were 9. It probably should have been a little bit more, but
this Jazz team too. Before the Knicks went on their crazy run in the second half of the season, the Jazz were covering the spread 9 out of 10 games.
Yes.
And this is when they had everybody healthy. So I'll lay the 9 with the Jazz. I'll buy the half point. I'll go alt spread 8.5.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Alt spread 8.5. Buy the half point just in case.
I
will take. I'm taking the Sixers. I'll lay the points on Philly tonight.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid had like 3 fouls in 3 minutes last game.
He had 30 points, and predominantly most of that was in the second half.
He had 30 points in 28 minutes. 16 minutes in the second half.
Good Lord.
Like, it's just...
That's incredible.
I'll lay the points with Philly. Knicks, man.
That one's hard. I'm taking the Knicks because I think they take one at home, and I think it's an even matchup. Sort of. But I will take the Knicks to get one at the Garden. I will.
Okay, you brought the logic into it. I'll bring the math into it. The last time, and it goes with what you're saying right now, the last time that the Knicks were favored was game 1. And all the money was on the Knicks, and the line flipped. Line still flipped. 60+% of the money on the Knicks to cover, 70+% of the money for the Knicks to win on the money line. Line still flipped by 3 points. Line has now dropped by a point.
Yeah. This time around, right?
So,
yeah. It's been pretty much the same.
I'll take the Knicks tonight. I'll take the Knicks.
I'll take it too. So we're all going favorites. That's the trend. And I know that's a really like general trend. You know, obviously
I'll take the Knicks because of what D Rose said too.
Oh, Dennis is going with Atlanta. Ooh.
How sustainable is Trae Young dropping 32, 8, and 10 though?
Yeah.
Like they barely had anybody else in double digits. Bro, everybody could say what everybody can say what they want about Julius Randle last game. Oh, he played bad. He did this. He did that. Bro, he held Clint Capella to 9 and 13.
Well, and Julius Randle's not going to have that kind of game again. Julius Randle.
Let's not shoot 6 for 20 from the field again. Knicks win the game.
Yeah. No, I that was just a overall bad game by Randle. Defensively good, but overall bad game.
Offensively, he couldn't get a shot to drop. That's what it is.
And what if it dropped?
And there was way too much. Even though it was only 18 minutes of Reggie Bullock, it was 18 minutes too many of Reggie Bullock on the court.
Yeah.
And Tibbs realized that. So tonight you're gonna see D Rose.
Yeah, and Trae obviously. Yeah, Trae's gonna have a great
D Rose at the 1 with Barrett.
D Rose looked fantastic in game 1.
Did you see what he said tonight? Did you see what he said about Trae Young?
No, what did he say?
Go watch that clip.
Nice. Yeah, I'll do that.
I tweeted it. Go watch that clip.
Now?
D Rose tonight goes off. No, not now. D Rose goes off. D Rose goes off tonight. Knicks cover. I'll take the Knicks. I'll lay the points with Philly and Utah. I think Memphis gets a rude awakening tonight. And Donovan Mitchell drops 40.
I think Donovan Mitchell has a big game.
Donovan Mitchell drops 40.
Yeah, I agree. Donovan Mitchell has a good game. All right. Yeah. So now with that all being said, and actually it's a good way to go through the betting side because then that kind of leads us into a little bit easier going over now DFS. Is Donovan Mitchell at 8,400 just like the raw points going to be there, you think?
Nobody's playing him tonight.
Really? Nobody's playing him? There's not going to be a minutes limit, right?
I'm all in on Mitchell tonight.
Are you? Okay. I figured.
I'm all in. I shipped my chip back into Donovan Mitchell shares tonight. Nobody's playing him. No one's playing Donovan Mitchell. I don't get it. Who's gonna? What is the reason to not play Donovan Mitchell tonight?
I honestly I don't know. 8,400 seems like a great price.
He's 9,500 all season long, and that's what he should be. What's the reason?
Unless there is some kind of minutes restriction that we don't know about. But I don't think there is, right?
The guy was publicly infuriated with not playing game one.
He's not gonna want to. Yeah, you're right.
He's gonna come off the court.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
you're
because
good,
Glide asked me that in Discord. Bro, I'm all in.
Yep. All right, that sounds good.
I'm all in on Donovan Mitchell.
I'm in on Donovan Mitchell. At that price point too, I'm absolutely all in. Are we doing the same thing with Embiid though? I know it's hard to get 10K players in there, and I know that's.
I'm not playing Embiid tonight because everybody is, and
okay.
I like my build better without him. As crazy as that sounds.
I know it's.
I have one with him. I have one with him in a 3 max. I have one with him in a 3 max, but my main build will not have Joel Embiid.
Basically, it's just hard to get a lot of 10K or to find those 10K spots. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's just you have so many studs in the 8K range where you could get 4 of them. Like
exactly.
Why would I settle for 3 when I can get 4 of them?
Like
Trae Young's a lock for me. I don't care how high owned he's. Like you can't not play an $8,500 Trae Young. It doesn't make sense.
He's gonna put up.
If he's 60% owned, so be it. 40% of the field is dead. That's the way I see it. Like if he's 60% owned, okay. Thanks for donating. Like it's just you're getting a player with the highest usage rate on the entire slate. 39% usage rate last game. The ball did not leave his hands.
Yeah. Now
his shot was dropping. He was slashing to the rim with ease. Like it's just he looks so good in that first game. That's probably one of the best games I've seen him play this season.
Really,
and that for me is like. And I'm looking now, and we're talking about the Knicks. Who do they have to guard Trae Young? They play. I don't even want to say they play good. They play great team defense. Yeah. But who can individually D up Trae Young? Absolutely
nobody.
Alfred Payton is. I'm not even going to go there.
Now,
Burks is offensive. D Rose is offensive. They don't even know what defense is. RJ Barrett does not D up anybody in the entire league. They don't have anybody to guard Trae Young. It's scary. So
and
you have to play him.
I could also maybe say like Tobias Harris is a bit of a. He seemed like a real big mismatch. Is he one we're looking at, or is now because Embiid's? I know everybody's going to be using him, but he's also likely going to have the ball just run through him tonight.
I'm playing Ben instead.
Playing Ben.
I'm playing Ben instead because everyone's going to play Harris because of the last game.
Oh, that makes sense.
He took 29 shots last game, but Embiid was sitting out the entire first half.
Yeah, that's why.
If you look at what he did in the second half, that's more the Tobias Harris that I'm expecting. And that for me is not good enough. Like his second half production dropped big time. You got Embiid 25 plus 100.
Trying to think if he got
$100 on Joel Embiid 25 plus, or you got Joel Embiid plus 100 scored 25 points. That's impossible.
Yeah, no way.
His player prop tonight is 33.5, so it's not that.
It's a 33.5
points prop.
Damn.
Just points.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, if you put $100 on Joel Embiid 25 plus, it's definitely gonna hit. It's just it's probably really juicy. I don't usually bet stuff like that, but yeah, it's pretty much free money. But yeah, I'm not going 8.
Trae top scorer plus 130.
Top scorer in the entire slate. Like I would imagine that's not fantasy points, like raw points.
I would imagine.
I wouldn't bet that. I wouldn't bet that. I wouldn't bet that either.
Ooh.
Who's going to score the most amount of raw points? Not fantasy points. Who's going to score the most amount of raw points?
Yeah, just points. Yeah.
He's on the screen.
Who's that? Oh, wait. Who's that? You know, let me go to this game. Who would that be? I have no idea. He's just gonna Derek.
Spider's dropping 40 tonight, bro.
Wait, this guy?
No,
Donovan
Mitchell. Spider's dropping 40 tonight.
Oh, top scorer. No, I don't. I think maybe for the game he was talking about.
If it's just the individual game, then yeah, you could go Trae Young.
Okay.
The only reason why I'm not betting that is because there's so many elite scorers on this slate. You can make a case for Bradley Beal. You can make a case for Embiid. You can make a case for Trae Young, like you said. You can make a case for Donovan Mitchell. I don't see the point in betting that. Like at plus 130, it's not good enough to do that. Like you're looking at a pool of at least 5 guys that can lead the slate in scoring.
Yeah.
Plus 130 doesn't do it for me.
All right. So right now, Mitchell, Young, Simmons, and that's honestly looking great. Is there another, like, what's the other 8K, 7K player? Because that seems like we're going for most of this, right? 8, 7K.
Yeah, I'm not going to put him on the screen because then everyone's going to know my main lineup. But
so we're getting somewhere then.
But
I always love that I can get this.
I will put the 4th member of the Court 4 in my article, which is Alec Burks. Alec Burks, small forward, 4,600 is my guy tonight. That's my guy. Alec Burks, 4,600.
I like it. Now, why Alec Burks? I knew he played well.
Alfred Payton's not, like, the way that Tibbs runs his rotation is that once he finds something that works, he'll never abandon it, right? Like it takes a season-ending injury for him to abandon a rotation. That's just the way Tibbs is, right? So Alfred Payton last game stunk up the joint, and he played 8 minutes. He's going to start again tonight, but it's going to be more of the same, where Trey gets going early and you can't play Alfred Payton. Emmanuel quickly played okay, but again, Tibbs is not going to trust a rookie out there. And then Reggie Bullock, if his 3-point shot is not dropping, which is quite often, he's going to come off too. And you're looking at Burks with D Rose, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and then one of Nerlens Noel or Taj Gibson. That's going to be the 5 that Tibbs runs for the majority of this game. If they need to win this game, they can't go back to Atlanta down 2-0. It's not happening. So you need offense. As much as they stick to playing team defense, they had no answer for Trae Young. And if he gets going early, they're going to need points. You need Alec Burks and D Rose out there. It gives them 4 players that can handle the ball. Like they can really run their offense in any which direction that they want. So I really do like Alec Burks out there. 27 raw points, not fantasy points, 27 points in 26 minutes last game. That's efficiency, man. That's like I don't want to say Steph Curry style, but like, bro, he's dropping more than a point a minute. That's scary, man. Like the guy's shot was dropping, he was getting to the hoop. Like, yeah, he looks so good out there. Him and D Rose together, like it's just because again, all of them are playing one-on-one. They're all playing one-on-one, and then on top of that, you look last game, everyone's playing one-on-one, and then when D Rose started going off, they start doubling D Rose. Bro, you're doubling D Rose, and that's with Julius Randle and RJ Barrett on the court. Give me one-on-one Alec Burks all day, no problem. I'll gladly take that against Kevin Huerter, against Bogdan, no problem. Line him up. Burks is going to cook him.
If it's not Embiid, and I think you said no to Randle as well, right?
You can fit Julius Randle. It's just it's a little tight. That's the only thing.
So where are we going with center then? Because I only ask because that's the one where the top 2 stars, it's a little like you could go somewhere else. So who are we going to elsewhere for this center spot? Like who's the value? Are we getting too much into your main lineup here?
All the way down to Taj Gibson.
Taj Gibson, really?
Gibson. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that's a bit
of a risk. Yeah, it's definitely risky. If Nerlens Noel goes out there and plays 30, then that comes at the opportunity of Taj Gibson. But Nerlens looked really banged up out there, and Tibbs really trusts Taj from their time in Chicago. It's the same kind of thing as D Rose. He just has that connection with Taj Gibson. He really likes those 2 guys, and minutes are money. That's what NBA DFS is in a nutshell. So give me 20 minutes of Taj Gibson going out there. And on top of that, when Taj was out there, they took Clint Capella off the floor, which is huge. He's going one-on-one on John Collins. I'll exploit that matchup all day long. Not that Taj Gibson is an elite offensive player, just John Collins is that bad on defense. So I will take Taj Gibson as my value play along with Alec Burks.
So it seems like we have a pretty good core here. We have that value play. Anything else on this slate that you just, I guess, want to note? Because it seems like we've gone through what you would need mostly for this DFS slate.
So
just anything notable, I guess, and what you've seen from Bill.
I'll just put it out there. I'm not playing Westbrook. I'm sure there's some people that are thinking it and just possibly not asking it. There's no bad questions, by the way. please ask questions if you have them. But if you're thinking it, then someone else is too. So I'm not playing Russell Westbrook tonight. Price just doesn't make sense in a matchup like this. And this is in the regular season where he's chasing triple-double records. This is a playoff game where he has Ben Simmons,
it's a tough
where he has a top 5 defensive player in the NBA D'ing him up. So I'm not playing Russ. I do have some Beal shares. Obviously, it's Danning and why.
David Bertans. I think they're going to use him more, to be honest, today.
I think they will because they need that spacing, right? Yeah. So they have to pull.
Yep.
They have to pull Tobias out of the paint because it's bad enough with Embiid there, but then when Tobias is like floating around, and then you have a 6'9" Ben Simmons too, like bro, they need to get these guys out of the paint. So I really do think Bertans plays a lot more minutes. They're likely going to go a lot.
Lineup looks pretty good then.
It is. I love that lineup. Very very nice lineup. Very close to my main. Very close.
So well done. Well done, Derek Snyder.
It's just the one thing with Washington is that if they play too small, if they go Rui and Bertans with Beal and Westbrook, who's guarding Joel Embiid?
Well, who's going to guard him in the first place?
Well, but now it's even worse. Like that's like Ty Lue closing out a game with Pat Beverly and Reggie Jackson.
Do you sort of sacrifice it anyway so you can get some offense? Because
that's
Daniel
what you have to do. You have to acknowledge.
You have to
acknowledge that Joel Embiid is going to get a layup on you every single possession, and you just have to start nailing shots.
Right, exactly. Because having
that's the game
Lopez
that you're playing.
Literally on the floor is just a waste of time.
It's useless.
Just for some decent defense.
Gafford is too small.
Yes,
he's great offensively, but he's too small. Too small to guard. At that point, you might as well go full small ball if you're playing Daniel Gafford.
That's what I say.
And then Alex Len is Alex Len. Like it's
too soft.
That's what it is. Like it's Alex Len.
Yeah.
So if they commit to the small ball, look out because you're gonna see quite a few Joel Embiid highlights tomorrow.
But you also could possibly see a lot of, 3-point opportunities for Bertans and
that too. Exactly. So I do like Bertans tonight. I'm not playing Westbrook. I like Beal. Those are the only Washington guys I'm playing. If you want to take a flyer on Neto, I won't say no, but like he's not going to be on my main. He's not going to be in 3 months.
Oh,
if you're entering a ton of lineups, I'm okay with it. He's not going to be in my main for sure, and he's not going to be in my 3 max.
I cannot.
But if you're entering 20 lineups, like in a 20 max, then I would play like maybe one.
All right, so real quick before you go, because I do have food waiting for me. I always decide to order food when we go on the stream, and it's really weird. But we'll go through a few lineup questions. We are almost done here, by the way.
I like that one. You're punting Len to make it all work, which makes sense. It's fine.
Nice. Okay, so
you just gotta hope Len. You need like a nice 6-6 first quarter from Alex Len. That's what you need.
Okay.
Like you don't need anything crazy. You just need a nice 6-6 from Alex Len to not blow up the rest of your lineup. If you could get 15 from Alex Len tonight, the rest of that lineup makes it worth it.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's a great lineup. That's a great lineup. Next.
Look at you.
That's a great lineup.
That's
also a great lineup. Next. Yeah.
No, that's it. Actually, last.
Good job. Good job using the tools, boys.
Walking the Sixers all the time, this is tough. It just depends on which one. Like literally, just depends on the day.
Give me Danny Green. Give me Danny Green. Give me Danny Green. I have some Joe Harris vibes from Danny Green tonight.
Oh, I like it. Joe Harris.
Danny Green.
Holy shit. Jesus.
Guy sucks.
He nails a bunch of threes, though. Damn.
His shot was dropping yesterday. And
Jesus. Look at that. That's the only thing he has
Kevin
to do.
Durant,
all right?
Harden, bro. They were moving the ball so well that, man, he was getting such wide open looks. It was nice to see. It was good. Good for him.
So Ghost. Good job, buddy. You did good.
Thank you.
You'll be in the Discord chat, right? So the people who are listening now can check you out. Discord chat, windailysports.com/chat. Just go to windailysports.com too. Check out all the articles. There's plenty to go through here on the website. Follow us at WinDailySports for, as we react to all the games. Follow me at JJansen34. My guy Ghost at DFS_Ghost. We'll be back tomorrow for the NBA playoffs DFS preview show.
Thursday.
Thursday. Everybody, good luck tonight. Go Sixers.
Free bet tonight. You want me to give a Sixers free bet? Might as well.
That'll be the last thing we do on the broadcast. Free bet.
Okay. I'm trying to decide. I have 3 props on Ben
You have
Simmons
all
tonight.
the pressure right now. Yes.
3 props on Ben Simmons tonight. I'm trying to decide which one. I got to go with Ben Simmons.
Jesus.
Prop.
3?
Yeah, 3 props
Damn.
on Ben Simmons.
Okay.
I'll do the, I'll give one that you can find on every sports book because the other one you can only find on FanDuel. Ben Simmons over 8.5 assists is plus 120. All the juice.